What's up, Tom? It's weird because it's showing me I'm offline. Are we good? Let me get this shared out real quick. What up, what up? Man, it's weird because it's showing me that this is not live on my end, but it is in my YouTube, so... And let me just get this shared. Alright, guys. We're going to dive into it. I'm a little early today. There is basketball, NBA DFS locked at a while ago at 5 o'clock Central. So, went ahead and decided I would pop on a little early. Calls were kind of slowing down, I think due to a little bit part of Martin Luther King Day. That's the first thing we're just going to kind of talk about. Just send a shout out really more than anything else, right? The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. We actually, this day is to celebrate his birthday and everything he did for civil rights as a civil rights leader. His birthday is actually the 15th, but they have they have this holiday the third Monday of every year in January. So the actual date itself fluctuates every year. It's whatever the date is, that third Monday of every January. Yeah, what's going on, honey? Good to see you. Good to see you in the stream. Love you too. Good to see you. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Hope you enjoyed your day off of school as well today. Anyone else who worked any federal type jobs or whatnot, I'm sure you guys had your days off today. I personally did not, and it was somewhat busy, but anyway, nonetheless, not to take anything away from the great civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. himself. So if anybody really truly at this point doesn't know what he did for basically civil rights, for society, for segregation, I don't know, you must have been living in a hole somewhere. But shout out to MLK Day and all that he had done through his movement in his time here. So, shout out Martin Luther King Jr. All right. Next thing we're going to dive into is the Packers 49ers game. I think it went as most of us thought. Maybe not as much of a beating. Maybe we thought the game was going to be a little closer, depending upon who you ask. I certainly knew that Aaron Rodgers was going to be in trouble. Like, that defensive line, and I'm going to bring up, I am as a Vikings fan, I am going to bring up the point of everybody memeing Kirk Cousins and saying Kirk Cousins sucks and this and that after that game against the Niners a couple weeks ago. I'm going to say this. That defensive line is probably the best defensive line in all of the NFL. And they made it very difficult. Yeah, Nick Bosa is an animal. Their whole line is an animal. They made it very, very, very difficult for Aaron Rodgers yesterday. I mean, I was shocked. And do you guys know that Garoppolo, how many passes did he even have? I think they were up 20. Weren't they up 20-0? And Garoppolo had only thrown like 5 passes because their run game was just banging. They couldn't stop their run game, right? Coleman went out, got hurt. Didn't matter because they had the Morissette came in and what's up, man? Shaq Rat's in the house. I'm sorry about your Packers, brother. I'm sorry that they lost. But the 49ers are extremely tough, as we saw. We've seen these Niners the last 2 playoff games against the Vikes and then against you guys just dominate, especially that defensive line. I mean, it's not even fair. So, 37-20 game for the 49ers over the Packers. I guess what I wonder is Aaron Rodgers still going to play? Do you think he continues to play? How many more years do you think he's got in him? Does this game maybe this was his last hoorah, his last go, or do you guys think he's going to give it another year or two or a couple years? What are you guys' thought? Yeah, I bet it did sting, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, only one team can win, right? And when it comes down to it, only one team can be the actual champ for the year, as that can fluctuate and change year by year. Really nice to not see the Patriots in this, or not have... Actually, we're seeing two quarterbacks that are both going to be new. We'll get to that game next, the Cheifs-49ers, that are going to both be new to the Super Bowl. Not seeing a Super Bowl between either one. So, shout out to Mahomes. Shout out to Garoppolo. And we'll get into that and what your thoughts are, what my thoughts are on the game. And I want to touch back because a follower of mine, supporter of mine, had commented on my video from yesterday in regards to Derrick Henry, how apparently he was on the field in the fourth, which I'm sure he was. But what I was more or less getting at, or my point on that whole thing of Derrick Henry being on the bench, he wasn't on the field 95% of the plays, 98% of the plays, when he should have been. Heck, you probably should have had him on the field 100% of the plays. I don't care if it's 3rd down and 6. I don't care if Deion Lewis is a little bit better catch receiver in running back. I don't care. You have to utilize Derrick Henry. You have to at least put the threat on the defense of, hey, they rely on the run. It's 3rd and 6. They might actually run the ball. Even if they don't, even if they pass it, that opens up a lot more opportunity for the Titans. So there was some comment on there, and it wasn't anything big. It was just, you know, him saying, hey, look, man, Derrick Henry was on the field in the fourth. He was in there a lot more. But I'm going to tell you that the amount of downs he played in the offense, maybe it was 80%. 85%, but it wasn't where it should have been. It wasn't that 95, 98% like it should have been. So that's kind of what I was getting at. That was my point on all that. Nice to see fresh faces in that Super Bowl. He still has but the how many years are on his contract doesn't mean that that's necessarily what he's going to play out, right? I mean, anything can happen. He can decide what he wants to do. My 4-way parlay hit. Nice, Tom. Good to see that. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be back next year, but some things bring some things, who knows. I'm sure he'd want to end his career in Green Bay, you know, as this whole play out. But, man, Garoppolo, he's been there, right? He's never started. He's been there. He's never started or played in a Super Bowl. Obviously behind the great Tom Brady. We all know that in his Patriots days. But, man, their running game, San Fran, they have 3 pretty solid running backs, right? So if one goes down, the next guy pops in. They really just play it off of whoever's feeling it, whoever's grinding the most, whoever's got it going on the most. And Coleman was last week. Coleman got hurt. He started out good this game. He got hurt, so Morset got in. I didn't really see Breda because they just ran with the hot hand, right? That's what they do. They run with the hot hand. But they have Breda on their bench as well if they want to. So they can always bring him in as well if need be. So it's going to be interesting. So we'll kind of roll into the next topic, basically the Super Bowl matchup here, which, man, what do you guys think? Who do you guys got in this game? Who do you guys got in this game? What's up, Striker? Good to see you, brother. Didn't see you sneak through here. Who do you guys got in this next in the Super Bowl? You guys have the Chiefs with their explosive offense with Patty Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, hell, Sammy Watkins. Whoa, what's going on? Well, I don't know what that was. A little rap in there. Little lunar rap. You got San Fran. So Striker's got San Fran. Tom's got KC. Troy and Dan Marino. Buckeye Cardnut. Who do you got, buddy? Who do you got, Eric? I'm gonna take San Fran too. And I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think Patty Mahomes has the ability to escape the pocket and make things happen. So I think that is still going to be an issue for San Francisco's defense. But at the same token, I think that the 49ers defensive line, like they have these last 2 games in the playoffs, are going to be too much. What's up, Patreon? Are going to be too much for Patrick Mahomes. He is going to escape some. They're not going to hold him down. There's no way you're going to do that to Patrick Mahomes, right? We saw that on Sunday afternoon. The Titans would get to him. He would create space. He would escape. Hell, he would do the tiptoe thing and stay in bounce and then bring it back and score a touchdown. But I think that San Francisco's defensive line, San Francisco's defense in general, is a way different beast than the Tennessee Titans defense. So I think that's going to cause problems. Now, on the other side, if Patrick Mahomes can be protected long enough, do you guys really think Richard Sherman is going to be able to keep up with Tyreek Hill? Do you think anybody on that San Francisco defense in the secondary is going to be able to keep up with Tyreek Hill? I don't think so. That is where the problem is going to lay. Are they going to be able to hit those deep balls on those flies? Is he just going to tell them just zip fly, go, and I'm going to hit you. I'm going to throw it down like he wanted to do more in this last game, right? You saw him with some throws that were off, and he was telling Tyreek, just go, fly, don't hold back, don't stand back, don't turn, whatever, just go. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see the San Francisco defense, the defensive line, if they can apply enough pressure. And when they apply enough pressure, it's like in my days of coaching, right? You're coaching young kids on defense. You're saying, your defensive ends, they have to contain, right? So they have to they're bringing the pressure. They have to force the play back in so that the defense can collapse the play. Get at Mahomes, get the quarterback, whoever it is. Contain. Once you let that guy outside, he gets around that, and he gets to the second level, he can make things happen. He's gone. And Mahomes has shown that. He doesn't have to throw the ball. He can run. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this pans out with San Francisco's defense against this explosive Kansas City Chiefs offense. True, if SF wins, they likely under. That's what I'm thinking. That's honestly, what's up, Austin? That's honestly what I'm thinking. San Fran offense and defense are both loaded, no lie. It's weird, though, because we haven't seen a lot of... We've seen a ton of run offense from San Francisco in the playoffs, right? What's up, Balls? We have not seen much pass offense. We've seen Debo, Debo sprinkled in there a little bit. Debo Samuel, the rookie, big dude. He's like A.J. Brown. He's got a lot of size. He usually outsizes the defensive corner that he's going up against, right? So throw the ball to him, get it to him. He's going to out-hustle. He's going to be bigger. He's going to be able to get it in, pull the ball in, do what he has to do, maybe gain some extra yardage after the catch. But we haven't seen that much. Garoppolo hasn't really been tested much at all in the playoffs. So they do have the weapons. They do have Debo for when it comes to passing. They have Emmanuel Sanders. They have George Kittle, right? Some would argue he's the best tight end. We're having 2 of the best tight ends play each other. Coincidence? Kittle and Kels, right? So on both sides of the ball, we get the best of both worlds in the best tight ends. And again, the 2 games, because we haven't had to see much from Garoppolo himself. We haven't seen Kittle really at all. But we saw him barely at all, right? This last game. Kels was huge 2 weeks ago. He didn't do a whole heck of a lot. He did a lot of blocking and a lot of big things in that essence, but he didn't put up big numbers. in the conference championship games. The Super Bowl is going to be February 2nd in Miami, 5:30 kickoff on Fox. So, yep, 2 weeks. Patrick Mahomes is unstoppable at this moment in time. Down 17-0 and 10-0, both wins from behind. Anything he can't do. Well, right. I mean, we're going to find out, right? I don't think he's met this high caliber of a defense, though, right? And I'm going to say it again as I always say it. I feel defense wins championships. Most years, that's how it goes. So, KC's got a okay defense. Their defense isn't... I mean, can they stop San Francisco? Well, they stopped Tennessee, right? Tennessee was on a tear. So they proved that they can step up when they have to. It's going to get interesting. This game is going to be insane. It's going to be a fun Super Bowl, guys. It's going to be fun. It would have been fun, I think, no matter how these teams turned out going into yesterday before the game started. But it's going to be interesting. It is going to get interesting. That SFD line, yeah, it's so nasty. I mean, and again, that's what I'm saying. Can they get to Mahomes? Can they pressure Mahomes enough? Different blitz packages, just outpowering Kansas City's offensive line. Can they contain and keep Mahomes from getting outside and making something happen, or even breaking from inside, finding a seam, finding a hole, and getting to the second level? We're going to find out. And when we do, it's going to be interesting. It's this game is going to be fun, guys. And for anybody who put big money on Kansas City going to the Super Bowl, winning it, or San Fran going to the Super Bowl and winning it, shout out to you guys. Kudos to you guys. I've seen some people like on Twitter posting tickets they put in, I think when the season started or mid-season or something. So don't watch NFL except the Super Bowl here and there. Guess on for Mahomes because he played college basketball. That's cool. The biggest thing is the 49ers linebackers are athletic. They can run it. Yeah. And again, like, it's not just San Francisco's defensive line. The question I have, and we're going to see this, obviously, when they play each other, is how well San Francisco's secondary, their safeties, play out in this. How well can they keep coverage on Tyreek Hill and not let him burn them past and Mahomes have just enough time either in the pocket or creating space, getting outside of the pocket to deliver a bomb and do it more than once? That's what we need to find out. That's what's going to get interesting. That's why they're going to play the game, right, guys? The Detroit Tigers have drafted a Super Bowl quarterback before the Lions did. That's awesome. Mattress Max in Houston, Texas bet $1 million the Titans would make it. Wow. Yeah, so, yeah, speaking of bets, we already talked about the Connor and Cowboy fight, but Dan Blazarian, he bet $1 million on Cowboy. But again, that $1 million to him is like 20 minutes on a table in Vegas. Like, the dude's a billionaire, so multi-billionaire. Travis Kelce is going to be the difference maker in this game. A Cleveland guy. Yeah, hey man, you get a little blood love from where you're at. Little shout out cheer. It is what it is. I mean, it's. I wish this game was this coming weekend. This is the part that sucks when it becomes this, because we get this long stretch now, 2 weeks of all this media talk and blah blah blah. Not that will really start much until next week, but still, you have everybody. You know, like us right now, we're sitting here talking about it, right? Well, because we want to. We want to see where we stand and what our thoughts are on it. But we're gonna have this for 2 weeks. 2 full weeks, we're going to have all this going on. So, One other thing we could touch on quick, since we still got some time, um, is you guys, with all this, did you guys see the video? Let me see if I can pull up. Did you guys see the video of Aaron Judge in the bullpen? Where they're looking at, like, video pages or something, and, like, Aaron Judge looks and, like, moves his body so no one can see him? Did you guys see that? Let me go to Lance's. I think Lance had it on his page here. If you guys aren't following, follow my boy Lance. Good dude. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Did he take this down already? Oh, right here. Guys, check this out. Did you guys see this? You guys seeing this? Okay, so it may not be illegal to have printouts, but where are these printouts coming from? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you can have printouts, whatever, but where are these printouts coming from? Why is Aaron Judge being so... He realizes, like, oh, hey, a camera's on me. You know, ooh, do you think it's their secret play that someone's going to be able to pick up off? It just seems a little suspicious, in my opinion. I don't know. And then you got the other thing going on in baseball, besides all the Astro crap, the Astros, people are saying, whatever. You got the Mike Trout, the HGH, where apparently somebody came out and said... somebody said that their father was a third base coach for a team, and that something with stealing signs, but on top of that, that Mike Trout was actually using HGH, and he had a loophole where apparently it's a loophole with having some kind of thyroid problem that would allow him to basically be able to cheat and use HGH. Yeah, he had a thyroid problem. That's what they're saying. But that's what still HGH, any kind of that's an enhancer. That's a testosterone booster. That's basically steroids in a sense. It's all supposed to be legal. So you have a thyroid problem, but you can use HGH. And there was a picture somebody had up, and I don't remember where it was. I wish I would have had it clipped up or whatever. But it's a picture of Mike Trout, and it shows him his difference within 1 year. And it's insane, you know. It's kind of like the Barry Bonds thing. Like, Barry Bonds was the skinny, the 87 Topps card, right? You know, he's all skin twig. And then you see him in a couple years later, and he's all massive and wide and big. Petite uses HGH for an arm injury. Work with a guy who played college. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, these especially guys that are, well, I guess almost everybody. So even like Polanco, right? Polanco is a great ball player, great hitter, got great power. He's not a big dude. And you don't have to be a big dude to be cheating and using HGH or steroids or some other. It's however you cycle it, however you use it, it still brings you power. But again, a lot of people are going to argue the same fact that that still doesn't allow you or help you hit a 90 or 95 mile or 100 mile an hour fastball. You know, that's in your wrist, that's in your whatever. Well, yeah, it still does. I mean, the power-wise, being able to hit as many home runs, there's more power behind your swing if you're stronger. So I don't know where that argument really portrays to that not helping somebody hit. So Adderall is illegal in the NFL unless you're subscribed to it. Well, that's another thing. I brought that up too before, guys. I know a guy that's in the fitness world, and he's actually he's good friends with the owner that like the actual guy that owns Lifetime Fitnesses. I don't know if they're in the states you're in, but they're huge around here. There's tons of them in Minnesota. They're a high end fitness gym. Um, one of his good buddies is a doctor, something within a lot of these pro teams, especially football in general, and says that these guys are just coped up on pain pills, prescription drugs. I mean, they can pretty much get it whenever they want it. They just, say they're having pain or this or that, and they get it. There was something else they brought out about, players getting shots and whatnot, like if you get minor injury so they can continue to play and continue to dominate. Drug policy, the NFL needs harsher punishments. Yeah, I agree. But then at the same token, hell, I get steroids. Poison ivy, there you go. But then at the same token, if all these guys weren't cheating, would the game be as fun? I mean, if pretty much everybody's doing it, and it's more or less, at the end of the day, more of an equal spectrum or field, if you look at it from another standpoint, would the game be as fun or be as exciting? Would we have these home runs, these number of home runs, teams hitting 100 home runs plus? What's up, Chat Town Sports Cards? How you doing? Hope you're having a good Monday. Would we have these? Would it be as fun? I don't think so. Because I don't think you'd be seeing anywhere near what you're seeing. The types of games people bring in and what's going on. I don't think you get that if guys aren't cheating. That's my own opinion. Because I think most everybody out there, especially in baseball, most sports are. I mean, guys just don't get the size. Some don't get the speed that they have without it. I threw javelin and a hammer at Eastern Michigan in the mid-'80s. We were not only offered frequently enhancements, but we were frowned on if we declined. Yeah, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, etc. took greenies back in the day. With media today and technology, things are more exposed than were. Exactly, and that's another thing, too. Like, people say, oh, this or that in the back in the day. Well, different eras, still same concepts, people still doing same things. It's just where everything's advanced. Sports medicine, where that's advanced. I'm sure there's loopholes in vitamins like that some of these pro athletes get on, where they're training with their team trainers or their own personal trainers that they spend tons of money. I mean, hell, look at Tom Brady, right? On his diet, they say it's all his diet and whatever, and how he's actually looked younger, like he's not aged, like he's going in reverse. What's all in all this? Like, what the sports medicine, where it's come from, where it's advanced, I guess. Ship the Godwin and some other goodies. All right, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll probably rip it maybe on stream whenever it shows up. I should be getting the stream. I don't know if it'll be here in time before I stream tomorrow, but if not, it'll be Wednesday for sure. I ordered a box of 2017 Topps update, or Topps update, Topps Chrome 5 autos jumbo box. So it'll be fun. That'll be a fun stream, fun rip, Tuesday or Wednesday. And then, guys, again, I want to bring up an idea. It's not my idea. It's someone else is doing this. But if you guys would be interested in this, I'm thinking about doing another auction. So we'll do the one auction, the bigger auction stuff, autos, relics, etc. The second Tuesday. But maybe on the last Tuesday of the month, or maybe the third Tuesday of the month, whatever, doing like $1. And it wouldn't really be an auction. It'd be more like $1 card sale, right? So an example would be like cards like this. So like this is a Matt Ryan Fire, but it's a parallel. So it's parallel cards. We parallel some autos, maybe some lower names. Maybe even some base rookies of some people. But I would go through it on screen. I'd have like a little stack of 10 or so at a time. I would just show them slowly, one at a time. And then what would happen is in the chat, if you wanted a card, you would claim it. So you would say Ryan Fire card or whatever, and the first one in chat that claims it gets that card. And every card's $1. There isn't an auction. You're not bidding on them. You're just basically claiming it. So, and that's it. Check out my newest mail day vid, Baker Honors Auto at 6'6", triple juice. Nice, dude. I'll definitely check it out. Everybody make sure you check out Buckeye Card Nuts video, his recent mail day video. Show him some love. Give him a little tap love on the thumbs up. Show him some love. The one juicer I respect from those days is Giambi, because he didn't lie to Congress. Yeah, I agree. You stand in front of all the Congress, LOL. Neat idea, worth a shot. So, I mean, if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are, if you would like to see it. I mean, it'd be a bunch of different, more probably base rookies of decent players. Maybe lower end, some higher end stuff. I'm going to mix cards in there, too. There's going to be probably cards that are like $5, $7 cards that'll be in the mix with the $1, $2 cards. And then, I don't know why that keeps starting up. It's another stream I have paused on, and it keeps starting. But anyway, check out my newest. All right. And then the last thing I'm just going to throw in there, so I'll be live again tomorrow. Last thing I'm going to throw in there is kind of my thoughts. A lot of YouTubers are making videos for whatever they call the Hall of Fame, the Sports Hall of Fame YouTube channel. And I'm just going to give you my opinion and my thoughts on it to wrap it up. And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, because that's, my thing is all positive love this year. That's the goal. I don't get into that. I don't do it. I don't make a video to say, hey, this is who my people are, who I think should be in contention to get Hall of Fame sports card channel of the year or some award, because at the end of the day, to me personally, I think that's all politics. The people that run it probably already have, it's their following. So if they're not following you, they don't even know who you are. People can mention your name. They can put my name in the list as a mention. You get enough mentions, you can get up there. But at the end of the day, the people you're going to see win these year after year after year, and I don't even pay attention, so I don't even know who's won the last so many years. But I can tell you that besides probably Pepino Man, who gets recognized because he's got a great channel, and he's so adverse with the people he interacts with, which is awesome. I think that's super awesome. So again, shout out to Pepino Man. But what's up, Jeff? What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Doyle Pepper, what's going on? Good to see you. But it's just, Hall of Fame is a great idea to shout out your favorite channels. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, but to me personally, I don't see what that does for many people. Like, people like me who don't hang out with them, who don't interact with them, I don't have their followers, they probably don't have my followers. It's not anything you're ever going to win anyway, right? So again, that's where I just see it as more of a politics thing. It's, they're going to get their votes, they're going to get whatever. They're always going to be at the top. And in fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think even Eloy Goat had a saying about this a few years ago, which was kind of the same thing, where he said, not my Hall of Fame or something. And again, I'm not being negative. I think it's great for guys that want to do it, want to be a part of it. I just personally don't get into it, because I just feel like the nominations and where they go most of the time are just within a circle or a group of people that are whatever. So that's my take. What's up? Airtime? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here, brother. We're going to be wrapping it down here in a minute. KC winning by 100. Andy finally getting his. KC winning by 100? Whoa, Jake. You think 100? You really think so, huh? I think it's going to be a tough battle. I don't think we're going to see as many points put up on the board as we've seen. I don't think, I don't know. You can repeat or go back. We kind of went through all the games already, but it's going to be interesting. I'm not saying the Chiefs can't win. I'm not saying they're not going to win. I think it's going to be an awesome game to watch. I just feel like it really depends on what San Francisco's defensive line does as far as how they pressure Mahomes and how they contain him, and how well Garoppolo is in his pass game in these playoffs, because we've seen a lot of run, which is great, and that's what you have to do to develop a pass game. But we really haven't seen much from Garoppolo, which I kind of touched on and talked about earlier when we were talking about the game. So, yeah, just can't take it seriously. Yeah, I get it, man. There are Hall of Famers on the YouTube game. I'm happy just selling peanuts at the game, being a small part. Yeah, that's it, man. Hall of Fame is fun activity for the community. Yeah, and again, like, depends on your community. You know, the guy that runs it, I see him make videos every once in a while, but I guess I'm not a part of his hobby community. So again, that's why I just don't get involved. I'm not saying it's negative. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I just wanted you guys to understand why you don't see me make a Hall of Fame video bringing up anybody's channel names or saying this is who I think should, because I'm not going to get involved in it. I just see it more political. You know, it's kind of like kids when they get to a certain point in sports and it's traveling. You know, it's who you know. It's not what you know. That's how I see it. Or it's who you know. It's maybe not what you do. Maybe that's a better way to phrase it for YouTube channel Hall of Fame, if it is such a thing. Yeah, no, Mike O is awesome. I don't think it's Mike O is the one that runs it though. It's I don't remember who it is. Some other dude. So what's up, Truth? Plug my channel. Yeah, you don't even do sports cards, moldy duck butter. Brother, man. Go Pack Go. They got taken down. Great O versus Great D. That's what I'm going to say. And that's why I feel like maybe the 49ers can do it. I've been wrong in a lot of picks. But you know what they say. Defense wins championships, right? We'll see what happens. So I'm in the Hall of Shame. There you go, balls. Yeah. Again, I mean, it's fun for people who want to do it. I don't personally. I don't get into it because, you know, I guess I'm just the villain of the sports YouTube hobby community when it comes to some certain things. Quarterback play will win this game. Niners gave 46 points to the Saints earlier this year. Well, yeah, I don't. Did the Niners have their full defense? Were they missing some key guys? I don't remember that game. We'll have to see. That's why they're gonna play the game, right? Eminem's new album belongs in the hall. I agree. I love it, man. Great album. Some people are controversial with it. Some people aren't big fans. Some people have told me it's trash, and then they said I need to listen to it more, and then they listened to it back, and they said, all right, some songs are growing on me, but there's certain ones I don't like. I mean, it just depends on you know, what type of Eminem you like. You know, he's kind of the more go at it, a relapse time frame of where he was as far as the music. So yeah, Godzilla with Juice WRLD, which is weird. Never even had word that he was ever making a song with him, which is just insane. So you gonna learn is lit. Yep. All right. Baseball collector. I love blue. You love blue M&Ms? Nice. There's a guy I was watching last night that streams. He's actually a dude I watch quite often. He actually used to live on Skid Row. And he became... His channel... What am I doing? His channel grew from, like, the Nipsey thing and all that. He was over at the Nipsey place, like, when he got... You know, after he'd gotten killed and stuff. But this dude's crazy, man. He was walking around Skid Row like last night. It's not it. I'm not going to probably be able to find it now because I don't remember what his... Let me just do this. I just want you guys to... Yeah, this guy right here. Look at his crazy tats. Dude's super humble, super cool, too. In fact, right now he's at the Los Angeles King Day Parade. He goes every year. But last night he was walking Skid Row to Long Beach. Like, he goes and he just walks and travels around and goes into the crazy crazy areas that nobody else would. In fact, while he was on stream, he had a couple like Crips or something come up to him when he was in Skid Row, in a bad area of Skid Row, and they ran up on him, put their hoods up and shit, and he just like, cause he lived in Skid Row, dude. He's crazy. He's an old gangster. He went right up to him and they talked it out, and they basically told him don't come back or whatever. Well, he goes back there anyway, streams it, but dude's actually really, really cool, dude. I mean, he blew up. He was at like 1,000 subs, and he went to like 13K during that whole Nipsey thing. So he does cool shit though for like the homeless now in Skid Row. Like he gets a bunch of donation money and he uses most of it, and he'll make like homeless like survival bag packs with like socks and different shit that they would need. So yeah, I should check him out definitely. Jeff Airtime, remember you, my favorite. Skid Row is Skid Row. Yeah, Skid Row is a good band too. That's basically what it was, what they got the name off of. But yeah, it's like crazy, guys. It's amazing to see like how shitty that area is. It's like one of the worst areas in the U.S. It's like a third world country. Like when you see it, just all the tents, and like you see pit bulls. Like last night he was walking around there. There's pit bulls just walking freely around. Just it's weird. It's like an industrial area too. Just fucking bunch of tents and just shit laying everywhere. Piles of garbage everywhere. Crackheads coming up to him asking him if he's got any change or any money. Like, just insane, guys. Like when I went to California this last spring with my oldest daughter, we stayed in Venice, and I was surprised at how many homeless people were on Venice, like the boardwalk area and everything else. People just tented up everywhere. But they go there, they go to live in I think they said there's over like 56,000 homeless people in California. I mean, it's crazy. Everybody goes there because weather-wise, right? I mean, besides dealing with rain, you're not ever dealing with like super cold winter, snow, any of that crap. So weather's usually pretty good, pretty decent for having to live outside or live in a tent or wherever you're gonna live. So Minneapolis. I lived in the slums for my first year of college. Yeah, a little spotty things, good stuff. It was cheap. All right, guys, I'm just kind of going off on a whim here now, just pulling up other stuff, but it just kind of brought me to Reggie as I was watching it last night. It just kind of drew me in. So, does Minnesota have homeless people? We should. No, I mean we do, Jeff, but it is. The weather here is so just all over the place. Like it's not anywhere near like where your states are, where it's where you're not really having your winter is not really a winter. Like you don't have snow, you don't have a lot of really cold weather, freezing cold weather. There is homeless people. There's homeless everywhere in every state, but the amount of them is so little. Like I said, when we were in California, even on Venice Beach. And the crazy thing is they're actually, for being homeless people, the majority of them in like California are very, very good as far as they don't come up to you, they don't ask for money. I had one lady and she was just cracked out when we were in California the whole time, and we walked by in the boardwalk, walking all over the areas on Venice Beach and around. There was tons of homeless people, and I only had one person ever come up and even ask me for money. So, they're pretty respectful as far as not coming and bothering you or bugging you. So, The high rent in the winter, yep. Houston has a crazy amount of homeless people. Oh, really? Houston does? Yeah, I suppose. New Jersey. Yep, in Jersey. Parking near Minute Maid is full of homeless people. Yeah, I bet that too. I grew up in the slums. I saw it in New York City growing up. We had all the homeless thing here, and the weather blows. In New York City, well, yeah, I mean, again, you're talking about a big market. You're talking about New York City is huge, so population-wise, that would make sense. You're still gonna see, even though the weather sucks, you're gonna see probably a fair amount of people that, you know, the majority of people, they'll try to get to Texas or California or somewhere like that. It's just they have to get there first. Like, a lot of them, that's probably their mission when they realize I'm homeless. Things aren't looking great for me. I probably don't have a way to turn this around right now. I'm probably going to be homeless for a while. Let's head to somewhere where it's going to be warm pretty much all season, or somewhat warm. March. Every time you had to drive carefully, I've come close to hitting some. Wow, really? Well, I was homeless for a month. Thank God it was in the spring. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say I was homeless too. I mean, even though I had money, I had a job. I lived in a hotel for a little over a year. So just, yeah, it sucks, And I did stay in my car a couple nights here and there when, like, money was tight, because I always had my kids on the weekends, so I always made sure that, if it came down to it, I always made sure that I was gonna have enough money for us to do, to have fun on the weekend, to have a roof over their head. So sometimes there'd be a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. Me and Zoe would sleep in the car, had blankets and pillows, all her food, bowls. We would go to like a rest stop, and we would just sleep there. And if it was hot in the winter, or in the summer, I would keep the air on part of the night, let the car run. So, yeah, I've been there. It sucks. That's while backpacking in Australia, I had to scrape up some change for a hostel. Yeah, man. That's another good thing for people who, like, have money, just don't have a place. Like, hostels are a good place. The problem is, usually at hostels, from what I hear anyway, it's just big open area, so there's really not much privacy, but at least you have a roof over your head, right? That's the main thing. That's really what counts. The city was littered with homeless in the 80s and 90s. People don't realize how bad the city used to be. I live between New York City and Philly. Homeless is an epidemic. Yeah. What's up, Bolt, man? We're just kind of wrapping this up. We kind of went off course a little bit because I was shouting out my boy Reggie, who used to live on Skid Row, who streams crazy, like, streams Skid Row at night and just crazy stuff. Dude kind of blew up, but I actually found him through, like, Young's vlog and some of those other IRL streamers. Hostels I stayed in Australia weren't bad. Okay, room with stoners once, was high for like a week straight. Nice. Bolton, hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. So, alright, guys, I'm going to get about ready to wrap it up here. Figure it out, little bruises. You're right. Yep. Yeah, Chris, you know about Reggie, right? When I got on screen. Good dude. Good dude. Shout out to Reggie doing his thing. Alright, guys, so tomorrow I'll be live again every day, right? Usually it's around 6. I started a little early today. About 5:45. Again, I have a box of 2017 Topps Chrome Jumbo 5 autos showing up any day. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow. A lot of times my mail doesn't get here until 5:30, 6 o'clock, so it may not be in time to open tomorrow. If not, we'll just do topic stuff. And then Wednesday, more than likely for sure, we should be able to rip that 2017 Topps Chrome baseball, which is going to be awesome. 5 autos. Looking for some nice rookie Bellingers, Judge, Bregman. Yeah, I know he's an Astro, but it is what it is. Guys, I want to thank all you guys for popping in. My brothers, Airtime, Farmer, Jake, Bolton, Balls, Arena Boys, Scotty, Austin, if I repeat your name, I apologize. Paulie, my dude, nice to see you, brother. Moldy Duck Butter. Who else we got? Doyle Piper, Tom T, my man. All right, Truce in the house. I want to get you guys all shout-outs. We got Jeff Airtime, I think I already said once. Eric, Buckeye Card Nut, my dude. Chat Town Sports Cards. All right, I think that will about wrap it up. I think that's everybody here, I believe. Patreon Pirate. Oh, Shack Rat was in here earlier. Striker Breaks, my dude. All right, guys. My daughter, Mia, was in the house earlier. I love you. See you soon. All right, guys. You guys have an awesome Monday night. Go do something fun. Make somebody smile. And until next time, peace and love.